One of my private clients just made her first multi-four-figure sale. So that's multiple thousands of dollars in a single sale. We've been working together she just re-signed her private contract. She's probably listening to this. So if you are, hello, I love you. But also, I think we've been working together for like less than, I think we're coming up on 2 months. And I want to talk about how she did it and also like why it happened, right? Because the number one thing that holds most of you guys back is, well, it's fear, of course, but like it is what happens when you start to feel like fear and self doubt and those kind of things. You're not willing to fucking do the stuff that is boring and just stay consistent and to not switch like that shiny object syndrome that I talk about all the time. Like you have an insane amount of offers, you teach a million different places, and then like, I can't tell you how many times I talk to some of you guys, like yoga teachers in general, and I'm like, oh, tell me about what you do. And you can't even tell me who you help. You just like have this laundry list of places that you teach and like ideas that you have and blah, 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 blah. And then at the end of it, you always say something like this. And I kind of wanted to do some retreats someday, you know? And there's usually also something about you being burnt out. Very common, right? Like the people that are listening to this probably can relate to this. Like I know that you can. And so I want to talk about what she did and how we ran her system so that she got to the point of making this first multi-four-figure sale. And I'm telling you her story because I want you to understand that this is like very fucking possible for you, dude. I was thinking last night I was falling asleep because I was so like, I couldn't stop thinking about her and how good she felt. And like thinking about the first time I got a sale like that, which now, like looking back on that, was years ago. Now, looking back on that, I make multi four and five figure sales regularly, right? And it's only because there's a system behind what I do. And like, I think a lot of us really want this like successful, profitable business. We want to make big impact. You want to make a ton of money. You want to be able to be virtual. You want to be able to travel. You want to be able to do all these things. And like, you're in love with the outcome, right? You're in love with the end product and you're completely fucking unwilling to actually do the work that it takes to get there. Because I'm going to tell you something, the work that it takes for you to get there is actually quite painful and boring. And you don't have enough focus, drishti, right? This is yoga, guys. Like we could pretend it's whatever. Oh, sales are gross. You know what sales are? They're focus. They're staying focused on learning a skill so that you can get to the end result. It's drishti, it's tapas, it's learning how to do the hard thing for the greater good. Like all this shit is still yoga. Okay, so what she did was first she hired me as her private coach, right? And then I asked her some questions. We did like the normal setup that I do with all of my clients, which is like we build out your foundation. We get clear on like what you want to do and why, what your core values are. And then I'm going to tell you a secret, right? I ask you a single question, and it's like, it's usually something like, if money were an object and it was 5 years from now and your business was like running really smoothly, like what would you be doing? And then the person answers that question. And then that's the thing that we build. Like we stop all the fucking around. Because this is the truth, guys. There's two parts of business. There's business strategy, and then there's all of the mindset, identity, and emotion attached to it, right? And most of you never actually execute on strategy and do the thing that you actually want to do, like build the coaching program or build the online offering, because all the other shit gets in your way, right? And that's why you hire a coach, because it pulls that stuff out. So she wanted to build a coaching program and she knew that she wanted to learn how to run ads. And I am a meta ads master. I know how to make insane amounts of money from running meta ads. So also, I'm just gonna pause for an ADD moment. Like I'm just out here walking around my like little park in Arizona, and like, what a fucking time to be a female entrepreneur. You know, it's actually 4th of July. It's really early in the morning in Arizona, and it's cloudy, so it's like I'm not dying in the death heat, and like there's people fishing, and there's dogs everywhere, and it's just so fucking magic. It's so magical. Like I am the luckiest person in the world. Okay, so back to my client. So we decide we're going to build up this coaching program. Okay. So we build it out. From the time that she first built it out till now, we have tweaked it a couple times, right? So the first version isn't the version that's on her like current landing page. A landing page is where her offer lives. And we tweaked it a few times and we set up some lead magnets to get her some experience of like coaching with people. Like we did some free coaching calls that she offers to people so she could get some human experience. And she has some other like little courses and freebies already built out. And she posts every day. So we worked on her messaging. We worked on her content creation skills, right? And then when that was starting to move along smoothly, we prepped her for her ads. Okay. So we set up her ads probably like a week ago now. I think Thursday was a week and it's Saturday. Okay. So in less than 10 days, she got her first sale off of those ads. So let me do some, I'm like mathing off the top of my head. She probably was at like 240 ad spend 5 days ago. So my guess is she has spent less than like $600 to get her first sale. Okay. Which is multi four figures. All right. So what that means is, and we had to build and prep all of her ads, right? So that takes like building out a shitload of pieces of content. Like you need like around 50 pieces of content. Like it's a project. But what has happened in that process? Like she has gotten that sale and that is huge. Like I don't know how many people are listening to this right now, but how many of you have made a multi-$1,000 sale in your business? It's huge. It is the best, one of the best fucking feelings that you can have as a business owner because it's like it's working. But there's a couple things that I want you to understand. She hired a coach. She fine-tuned her message. She created an offer that she was super fucking excited about, put everything together to launch these ads. She launched these ads, which was extremely uncomfortable because she's throwing money out that she doesn't have to spend, right? It's so nerve wracking. She's on the fucking nervous system roller coaster. And then she's got to get on sales calls with people to close these clients, right? And because that's how the ads work. The ads run, people DM you, and then you talk to these people. She doesn't have any fucking sales skills. So we had to train her. We had to teach her some sales stuff. And she did all the textbook things that's like makes it weird and tweak this, like because you get nervous and you want it to work. So you do weird things. It's just like when you learn how to teach yoga and like it gets fucking weird at first, right? You do weird things, you say weird things. You're like, I don't even understand why I said that. That's the same thing as learning how to sell like a human being, right? And then slowly you find your voice as a yoga teacher and you learn how to do it better. That's exactly what happens with sales. You slowly find your normal human voice and you actually sell like a human being. And selling like a human being means you being yourself, saying what you have, seeing if it actually solves the problem that they want solved, and then inviting them to purchase, right? It's like it's not that complicated. So we did all of this in less than 2 months. Less than 2 fucking months. Because she shows the fuck up. She believes and is certain in how much she can fucking help people. And she isn't like, how do I describe this? So the reason that it all worked, and this is like the big fucking difference between somebody that gets this shit to work and somebody that doesn't, is that like she didn't pull back, change her mind, and create something new when things got tough. That is why this worked. It doesn't actually have to do with her ads. It doesn't actually have to do with like how great or not great her offer is. It's that she was willing to stay in the game when it gets uncomfortable, right? Here's some specific examples of what that means. She had a few coaching calls. Some of them went okay, some of them didn't, and she learned from them. We talked about what happened in those calls. She recorded them so she can watch them back, and she tweaked the process of where she was giving too much away for free or where she let it become too emotional, right? Like we talked through those things. She was vulnerable and honest about the nervous system fucking ride. Like when you start running ads and start throwing money at shit, that's called scaling your business, right? It's scary. She's honest about that, right? So we could talk through the stuff that she's going through rather than her just pulling her credit card and saying, I can't do this, right? Because the person that owns a multi-million-dollar business has to make choices like this all the time. And the game isn't like, this isn't working, and then switching lanes. The game is like, how do I regulate my nervous system? Because this will work. I just have to stay focused and make tweaks accordingly, right? She could tell when she was being like grabby and weird in her sales combos. And so we talked about it. We made tweaks. I helped work her through that, right? Because that's my job. I'm your coach. And then the last thing, and this is the most important thing, she didn't switch it up. right? She didn't change her program because somebody didn't book in the first 7 days, right? Like I set her up with a window of tolerance. Like, this is how this is going to look. This is what's going to happen. Don't freak out. X, Y, and Z, blah, 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 blah. But like she stayed in it. And so many of you just flip flop around all the time because you're scared to do the hard work. And the hard work is like staying in the thing when it's uncomfortable and not running away. Believing in yourself, like the hard thing is like coming up against where you're having self-doubt and self-worth issues and still moving forward. Like that is the fucking difference. So many of you are so obsessed with yourself in the wrong ways that like you're never going to make any fucking money. The person that has control of their emotions is always the person that's going to come out on top, right? And you guys know this, you're yoga teachers. But when it comes to your business, forget it. You're all over the map. And so I'm so fucking proud of her. Like she's a fucking animal. I tell her all the time. These are the kind of people that I work with, right? These are the kind of people that are my private clients. These are the kind of women that are in the Permission to Be Rich mastermind. Like if you are ready to go into a container that is like no bullshit and you want to grow, right? This is not like another whiny, I don't know what hosting program to sign up for. Like this is not that. This is very different. We are moving, we are making money, we are getting out of our own fucking way, and we are serving our people at the maximum level, right? With the practice of yoga. Like, come on, that's the greatest shit ever. If that's you, dude, shoot me a message. Send me a DM. Let's get you in. Let's get you in Permission to Be Rich, the mastermind. We start on July 28th. I have about 4 spots left that have the bonuses in them. The bonuses are this shit's crazy. You get a private session with me for 90 minutes and you get Voxer access for a whole year. So basically, that means like you get one-to-one support, private support from me for a whole year via Voxer channel. Now, there's boundaries around that Voxer channel. Like, I only Voxer Monday to Thursday and, like regular ass business hours. But that shit is where the magic happens, right? Because it's live. Like, if you want to launch ads, we're going back and forth. If you're launching a sales page and it's not the call, this is where it goes down, right? Super, super helpful. If you're freaking the fuck out, right? Not freaking out because you're emotionally unstable, freaking out because you're doing something big, right? You're taking a risk, you're doing something big and you're like riding the storm, right? I am there. We are working it through. And you're to have somebody that has been through all this shit a lot of times, many times before you. Okay, my darlings, the sun is out now. It's heating up. I'm the luckiest fucking bitch in the world, I swear to God. I'm going to walk home to my beautiful girlfriend and my beautiful dog, and we're going to go book a little studio apartment on Airbnb and go to Ocean Beach for a couple days at the end of this week. And it's going to be magical because I built a business around the life that I want to have. It's not like I'm a damn good yoga teacher. And trust me, nobody wanted me to stop teaching yoga. But I don't do things anymore that just because I'm good at them, I keep doing them. Does that make sense? I didn't even say that right. You know what I mean? Like, I think a lot of times we do things that we're good at because we're good at them, but we don't actually fucking we don't want to do them anymore. Like I loved teaching yoga and I loved teaching yoga for about 4 years. And then it became like, I knew that there was more. I knew that there was so much more. Right. And then that's when things started to shift. Right. I stepped into leadership. I opened my school. All these other things started to unravel. That's the name of the game, baby. All right. If you're ready to grow, you message me or you go sign up. Permission to Be Rich Mastermind. I'm going all in on selling this bad boy for the next 3 weeks. Those 4 spots will fucking go. And so if you know you want that added extra support, oh, and it's fucking discounted. It's $3,000 less right now. I'm going to raise the price come July 28th. So if you know, I don't know what you're waiting for. All right. I love you. Happy 4th of July. Let's fucking go.